What's going on, guys? We're going to be reviewing the Contractor Hat. We're going to talk about the design, all the features that this hat does. First off, this hat was born on my TikTok channel. I was in the construction field working one day and I kept losing my pencil all the time. I kept misplacing it. Sometimes I would stick it under my head, right here under the hat. I would stick it in my ear, and it was just always getting misplaced, and I got tired of that, and I thought there has to be an easier way. So we designed this hat that actually has two stitches on each side, so one on the left, one on the right, and it's a dedicated slot for your pencil. So a lot of people say that's a dumb idea, like you can just stick it under your head, you can stick it on your ear, but that doesn't look nice. That's not professional. It's not dedicated like this slot right here. So that was the first idea. The second idea that came up to mind was, wouldn't it be nice if you could have something discreet that you could light up? So we installed some lights under the brim, and there's a button right under here that you click. So it does white, red, and then it does combo. And the reason behind the light is, you know, I was always having to charge my headlamp, or I would leave it somewhere and I wouldn't be able to find it. So another reason was because in the mornings when I would get up to go to work, I would, you know, turn on all the lights, wake everybody up, wake the wife up. And now the way that I do it is I have the hat, so I can easily get up, turn this light on. I don't need to turn on everything. You know, I can do what I gotta do, put my shoes on, get my keys, my wallet, and like I don't need all the light, you know. So it's not only for work is what I'm trying to say. I've used it for fishing, hiking, camping. I've gave a ton away to friends and just people, construction workers, to get feedback from them. And you know, the feedback has been really great. There's another feature inside that I like that we designed. So there's a flap right here. You flip this open and you have access to a pocket right here, and you can store a card, cash, whatever you need to store in there. So this is USB rechargeable. So the benefit of that is, you know, compared to one of those clip-on lights or any other lights that are out there, they use the coin batteries, they use the AAA batteries, and you need to be buying new batteries to replace those. So with this, it's USB rechargeable, so you just plug in the micro USB, and we also include a USB already with the hat. So the price of the hat, it's priced at $39.99, and I think that's a pretty reasonable price because it's well made, it's well designed. Its exterior is polyester, which is like one of the best materials you can use for the hat. It's a 5-panel, so you don't got no stitch right here on the front. It's nice and clean if you want to put your own logo on it. We do have our brand right here on the side. And this is another cool feature about this is that it actually glows in the dark. So, you know, once it gets exposed to the sun, it'll charge up the glow in the dark yarn, and you'll be able to see it at night. So, what else about this hat? Well, the interior is a double ply. It's a nice soft silk interior, waterproof pocket. All right, it's a snap back. And we do have this is the 3.0. This is meaning this is the third version we've designed. So we've done improvements. With the first version, we only had the white light. With this version, we have white and red. Although we're going away from that. But the cool thing is that if you don't need such a bright light, then, you know, you can use a red light. And I found this one to work really great when I was, you know, wanting to do something like read something, or, you know, I didn't need the full white light. This is a little bit easier to adjust to, you know, to the night. Your eyes adjust better to it. So yeah, this is the Contractor Hat. One other hat that I would like to talk about that is not released yet, but it's going to be the 4.0 pretty much. I have one right here, and this right here is actually a special design we did for one of our partners, a collaborator that we're collaborating with. So we're going to be letting them release the hat first, and then we'll release our version. So this is going to come with the Neat Tools logo right here. The difference on this hat is that it's full white light. There's no more red light. And the reason we went to the back to the full white light is because it uses all 4 LEDs and it's just brighter. So the next thing that we did is, if you'll notice, there's no more, we don't have our logo on the exterior anymore. We've actually put it on the inside right here. So the reason we are doing this as well is because the first reason we want to do it is to build the brand, to people could see what hat is that. You know, if you're standing in line at the big box store and you have your pencil sticking out right here, and someone sees, you know, they don't have to ask you, they can just read what it says and then they can look it up. So it's just a way to advertise for us. Now that we're at the point where we are doing pretty good already, people recognize the brand, we're switching the logos to the inside. It does have our tag, but there's no more exterior logo. So what this is going to allow people to do is agencies like police, fire department, first responders, it'll allow them to purchase these hats and embroider their own logos onto them without having anything else on the exterior. And again, you know, the light is super discreet, so it'll work. Just a couple months ago, we had a wildfire behind my backyard, and there was like 300 first responders and fire people that showed up, and they had to camp outside on the airport field. So, you know, I went over and I talked to the person in charge, and I was like, hey man, I brought a box of hats. I took like 100, and I said, here's a box of hats. I know you guys are camping outside, so, you know, these are completely on me. Give them out to the guys so, you know, at night they can use the light. And I gave him my phone number. I told him, if you need more, just give me a call. The next day they called me up and they're like, hey, you know, is your word still good to get more hats? They said everybody loved them. They went quickly. They work. They're using them at night. And sure enough, you know, I drove by there at night and I could see people with the light. So it was pretty cool, you know, being able to see people actually using it on the field. And, you know, we took more hats to donate to them. And, you know, I've gotten messages from first responders, people that are using them, and they're like, yeah, man, these are great. Like, if you got rid of that logo on the outside, we could definitely push it and use it. So that's kind of the idea of why we're moving to the inside of that now. But yeah, so with the new version right here, this is the newest version. There's 2 new features to this. All right, we've been getting a lot of people that have asked, well, what if you wear your hat backwards and, you know, you're at work and you still want to have the pencil access to it? So what we've done is, you can't really notice, but so the first 2 stitches on the front are open, but we've actually added another stitch on the back, and this is closed. It's a closed stitch. So if you wear your hat backwards, all you got to do is grab a utility knife and you can cut this out, and then you have access to stick your pencil in there wearing your hat backwards. So that's another cool feature that, you know, we've took and added. And again, all of these features and design that we're doing to the hat, honestly, it's, you know, it's taking the feedback from our followers, from people that use the hat, that want to see, you know, improvements on it. They tell us, you know, what can you do to do this and that. So that was one way, right? The other new feature that we have is we've actually added some Velcro patch right here on the inside. We added 4 little spots onto it. So we're actually making a sunshade that's going to attach to those. And, you know, if you're working outside in the heat on a roof or something, you can attach your sunshade to it. It'll protect your neck, your back. And when you're not using it, you know, you have access to that front pocket, so you could put it in there. It's also going to be made out of the same material that this pocket is, which is super thin, waterproof material. So that sunshade will fit nicely in there. You'll be able to, you know, take it out and put it on. One of the last features that is going to be huge, and I think it's going to be a game changer, is if I can show you here. So, you know, let me talk a little bit about the reason behind this idea. When I first designed the pocket on the inside, my reasoning was to be able to add a business card in there. So if someone asked, hey, do you have a business card on you? You know, you could pull, instead of, you know, looking for a business card, or most of the time you don't have one on you, you could take your your hat off and, you know, pull a business card out of the pocket. But then I started to get feedback, and people were saying, well, it's going to bend the hat. You know, it's going to get sweat. It's not going to look professional if a customer asks you and you take off your hat and pull out a business card. So then I got to thinking, you know what, they're right. It's not going to be a good idea for a business card. So what can I do to solve this problem? And then I remember one day I was watching a video, and this video showed a wireless business card where you could just tap your phone onto that, and it would show their website, their social media, their phone number, their address, whatever you want to put on that chip. That's what it would do. So I got to thinking, you know what, I haven't seen anybody do this, and it's going to be a game changer. So what we've done is we've designed an NFC chip in the inside of the brim right here on the front. It's inside the brim, so you don't even know it's there. And all you have to do to get that to work is you just tap your phone on it, and as soon as you do that, it'll pop up a little link, and you click on it, and right now it's programmed to go to the website for the hat. But you can download an app, and you can rewrite that chip to do whatever you want it to do. So again, you can have your website, your business information, your phone number, whatever you want. So when a customer says, hey, do you have a business card on you? Yeah. Do you got your phone on you? Just, you know, tap it right here, open the link, and you're good to go, man. It's going to look super professional. You don't have to worry about carrying anything in your pocket, no business cards, none of that, man. So that's the new feature. Again, that's available on the 4.0 Contractor Hat, which is not available yet. But if you want to get early access to it, you can pick one of these hats from our collaborators, Neat Tools. They're going to have a couple in stock. These are limited edition hats, and these will come with all the new features. So they have early access to all those features. It's just something we're doing for them. So if you want, you know, to pick one up first, it's going to be a limited amount. Go to their website. You know, we'll tag them in the description, Neat Tools, and we'll be releasing our version, which is going to have, it'll come in a blank, it'll come in black, it'll come in navy blue, it'll come in camo green, and it's going to come in a tan brownish as well. We're also going to do a mesh back. It's going to be same colors, black, green, blue, and the tan brown for the 4.0 with all the new features. So I'm super excited about this, and that kind of just tells you a little bit of the story on how we designed the Contractor Hat. You can find our hat on our website, thecontractorhat.com. all right, and if you guys have any questions, you can always send us a DM as well. We do have an ambassador program, and the way that works is if you have over 1,000 followers, you can apply to our Facebook group for the ambassador program, and it's just a cool way to earn some rewards if you want to push this hat, and some cool prizes, and you get access to all the new features, and you can talk directly with me. So if you meet the criteria and you want to be a part of our ambassador You can join. It's a private group. You can request to join, submit, fill out the form, and we'll review it. And if we see that you fit our image and brand, you know, we'll accept the invite. And yeah, that's just, you know, what we've done so far. We are working on a bump cap as well, a bump cap insert for the hat. You guys have probably seen a video out there where we dropped a 4x4 post. If you haven't, you can find that video on our Facebook page, Easy Home. But yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff happening in our shop. We got all these hats that are gonna come in. We do have some special limited designs that we're doing as well, so keep your eye out on those. And yeah, this is how the Contractor Hat was born. This is where we're at so far. We're doing pretty good. So hopefully, the goal for this year is maybe we can partner up with some brands and, you know, put their logos on the hats. So if you work in a company and you want to see this hat in your company, you know, show it to your boss, you know, show it to the person in charge and be like, hey, can we get some hats with Easy Home? He can put our company logo on them. You know, we have leather patches, we have embroidery options, so we can do color options, and it'll include all the cool features that you see on the hat. So you can send us a DM if you guys want to get an estimate on how much it'll cost to do a bulk order. Definitely we'll give you guys some deals out there. So thank you guys and take it easy.